Every great scientific journey starts with a single, profound question. What is real? We look out at the stars. We look down at the atoms. We map the galaxies and the neural pathways, all in an attempt to understand the nature of reality. But there's one piece of reality so intimate, so ever-present, that we often forget to question it at all. I'm talking about consciousness itself. The feeling of being you. The vividness of a color. The sting of a memory. The simple sensation of being alive and aware in this very moment. It's the most fundamental thing we know, yet it remains the greatest mystery in all of science. For centuries, we've made incredible progress in understanding the brain. With modern technology, neuroscientists can watch your brain light up in real time. They can pinpoint the exact cluster of neurons that fires when you see the color red, feel a surge of joy, or recognize a familiar face. We can measure the electrical signals, map the chemical reactions, and trace every connection with astonishing accuracy. But here's the puzzle that stops everyone in their tracks. None of that data, no matter how precise, tells us why any of it feels like anything. Why does a specific pattern of electricity flowing through the soft, wet tissue inside your skull produce the subjective experience of seeing red? Why isn't it just information processing in the dark? Why does all this biological machinery create emotions, images, dreams, and the undeniable feeling of awareness? This is what philosophers and scientists call the hard problem of consciousness. It's not about what the brain does. We're getting pretty good at figuring that out. It's about why the brain feels. The easy problems are about function, how we focus attention, how we store memories, how we control our bodies. The hard problem is about experience itself. Why do we have this rich, private inner movie playing in our heads? Why are we not just biological robots, processing data and reacting to stimuli without any inner life at all? The fact that you are experiencing these words, not just processing them, is the core of the mystery. One of the most common answers comes from materialism, the idea that everything, including consciousness, is purely physical. From this perspective, your thoughts, feelings, and awareness are nothing more than the complex firing of neurons. Consciousness is just what the brain does. It's an emergent property of a highly complex system, like how wetness emerges from water molecules. But this explanation leaves many scientists and philosophers feeling unsatisfied. It creates a strange paradox. If consciousness is just a byproduct of matter, a sort of ghost in the machine, why does it even exist? Natural selection is ruthlessly efficient. It doesn't typically create complex, energy-intensive features for no reason. If we could perform all the same actions without the subjective experience, why did evolution bother to invent the feeling of being alive? The materialist view struggles to explain the very existence of the thing we're trying to understand. This has pushed some thinkers to explore more radical ideas, leading them to the weird and wonderful world of quantum mechanics. Some cutting-edge theories propose that consciousness isn't born from the large-scale activity of neurons, but from tiny quantum processes happening inside them, in structures called microtubules. According to this view, our minds might be connected to the universe at a fundamental quantum level. It suggests that consciousness isn't just a local phenomenon trapped inside our skulls, but something that taps into the deeper fabric of reality. While still highly speculative, it opens the door to the possibility that our awareness is far more interconnected with the cosmos than we ever imagined. And that leads us to an even more mind-bending idea. What if consciousness isn't created by the brain at all? What if consciousness is a fundamental property of the universe, just like space, time, or gravity? In this view, the universe isn't a dead, empty place that somehow coughed up conscious beings. Instead, consciousness is woven into the very fabric of existence. Therefore, your brain doesn't produce awareness. It acts more like a radio receiver or a television set, tuning into a pre-existing signal of consciousness and filtering it into the unique, individual experience that is you. We aren't creating the music. We are simply the instrument through which the music of the cosmos is played. So, why does consciousness exist? We're still searching for the answer. It is perhaps the last true frontier of science. But exploring these questions changes how we see everything. Maybe the ultimate reality isn't a collection of particles and forces. Maybe the universe isn't made of matter at all. Maybe, just maybe, it's made of experience. And we are the universe, experiencing itself. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the mind, consider subscribing for more explorations into the biggest questions of our time.